Have you always been? When did you know in life that you're like, I'm funny?
Oh wow, I'm funny. I mean, I thought I was funny at home. I didn't think I was funny, at school or at camp or whatever. I was too much like a wallflower.
Yeah.
But I was watching everything that was going on, and then when I would go home, I'd say, "The janitor farted in the hallway today."
That's not very funny.
He had the barrel, but it was funny when I acted it out, and I'd grab the trash can in the kitchen, and I'd pretend it was on wheels, and I'd really push it around. He had a weird little limp, so now I'm acting it out.
Yeah.
And of course, it's a silly, stupid story, but my mom is already looking at me like, you envelop the entire character. I had the guy's voice a little bit, and I had the thing pushing, and then when he, made the fart noise, and then how he reacted to it, and then the kids, everybody was giggling on the kids, and the kids laugh. They like to laugh through their giggle. So I had all these elements, and my mom just sitting there at the kitchen table, like she's, I saw the whole thing. Yeah. I could see that whole thing. It was the beginning of like realizing I know how to telecast a story.
So was humor something you said you used to be like a wallflower, and you mentioned before that you weren't a class clown? I was 8th grade class clown, so I take that with pride. I tell that to a lot of people.
Yeah, I was very jealous of people like yourself.
But how did you, at what point were you like, I'm going to stop being this kind of, shy guy, and I'm going to be the funny guy?
It wasn't the funny guy. It was, let me go from being shy and having social anxiety into getting into theater and starting drama class. Mm-hmm. I had a creative writing teacher, Lucille Burt, who did creative writing and journalism. So I had her, 2 classes of the day. And then I spent a lot of time with Frank Roberts, my mentor, in drama. And it was like, that's where I was like, oh, you know what? This is my comfort zone. And so even though I didn't feel like I was necessarily funny, like in the hallways, I could go into those classes, and creative writing gave me a chance to write things that were fantastical and wild. And of course, drama, every other day was like, here's the assignment, get up on stage and show me what it's like living on the moon. Right. And then I'm just up in front of Frank, and I'm doing like a zero gravity. And, it fed that part of me that felt so insignificant. I truly felt, without making this too like, I felt like such a nobody when I was a kid. And it felt like everybody in the hall had something great going on, and they were coming and going to that's how I saw them.
What age and grade did you feel this way?
Definitely junior high school.
Okay.
And I'm like this kid, and I'm going through terrible cystic acne, and I just do not like myself at all. I am just like I'm at the bottom of the barrel of self-worth. But I would watch people around me, and I was like fascinated with human behavior. And I knew that I wanted to be a comedian, even though I was not necessarily funny to the world. Yeah, it took me about 6 or 7 years, graduate high school. Then I start realizing, oh wow, I could take all that performance ability, and when I bring it into stand-up with my silly ideas, it was working.
What is going on, guys? I am Maxx Chewning, your host. I hope you enjoyed this little clip. If you want to see the full, magical, lovely episode, just click the link down in the description or search Don't Be Sour on your favorite podcast streaming service. And remember, thank you for tuning in.